Hi, Axeman here. Good morning. So, KTMs, and two of them. But why, I hear you ask? So, three reasons. Fun factor, price, and weight. So let me tell you about it. So here we go. So first of all, KTM 390 Adventure. Now this is the 2024 model, so I appreciate they've now got two new models, the X and the R. Personally, this is right in between the two. This is a bit of the good parts of both of those bikes as far as I'm concerned. So for me, this is spot on. This is absolutely perfect. So it's great for the road, and if you want to do a bit of off-road, I can. But to be honest, I would say 90-95% of what I'm going to do is mainly going to be on the road. So I'd say three reasons. So price. So first of all, I bought this when KTM was having a few issues. As we know, in the last 2 or 3 years, there's been quite a few things going on with KTM. That's hopefully all been sorted out now, so good news, because I think it's a fantastic brand. Not surprising, because I've got two of them. But anyway, so yeah, KTM sorted themselves out, but while they were trying to do that, took away their bikes for some really great reduced prices. So anyway, so this one here, I basically got £2,000 worth of equipment included. Yeah, things like the Popovich exhaust. It's about £645 for that. You've got the floodlights, a load of other bits as well, bits and pieces that I have already gone through in another video. And you get the panniers. Yeah, so this is what the panniers look like on the 390. Really light. I just can't get over it. It's about, I don't know, something like 1.5 kilos or something like that, but it's really light, and it looks lovely. I mean, I'm saying it's a carbon-esque look, and maybe that's not what they tried to go for, but I just think it looks a bit carbon, which is a beautiful look. Anyway, I think panniers are great. Best panniers I've seen before, and they're not too big as well. I mean, big enough, but anyway, so that's the panniers on it. Anyway, so it cost me just under £6,000, £5,999, which was incredible at the time. I think the list price was something like 6,300, and that was without any of the extras at all. So to get £2,000 worth of extras, and for what I want, which is potentially doing tours, taking the boss, the wife, on the back. So again, we've got the comfort seats, although to be fair, they're not that comfortable. But anyway, so a bit more comfortable than the originals, although we have bought my wife a new padded seat to go on top, so that makes it comfortable now. But anyway, so it's a great tourer. Price was fantastic, as I say. It's also fun factor. I mean, a 390 Adventure, I was the first one to say there's no way I'd get a little 390, is it 44 horsepower I think they are? A little 44 horsepower bike, especially to take someone on the back. No way in a million years would I have thought to do that. It was a few £1,000s cheaper than the 790, and that was before we had all the extras included. What I've found is that this 44 horsepower, for what we want to do, is just enjoying the countryside, enjoying the ride, not getting from A to B as quick as you possibly can, not doing motorways, ideally not even doing dual carriageways, all the little back roads, all the little country roads. In the UK, across into Europe, France. Later on this year, we're going down into Spain, for example, northern Spain. For that, it is absolutely perfect, absolutely spot on. And to be fair, it's cheap to run as well. Very cheap on fuel, as you can imagine. And also the weight. I mean, I know it's very normal for an adventure bike to weigh well over 200 kilos to far in excess of 250 kilos. And again, that's before you put all the panniers, top box and all the other kit on it. Yeah, but I think this weighs, I'm going to say, I don't know, 175 to 180 kilos maybe not even that, but very, very light. Alright, let's get going. Now I know I'm being a bit of a child, but this, I never get bored of this, and this is one of the best things about these bikes. Ready to race. And the dashboard's great. I mean, for a little 390, I mean, in this group of bikes, you know what it's up against, I don't think any of the dashboards beat it. Yeah, it's such a great bike to ride. It's got that off-road feel to it. Moving on to the 890. Again, this is a 2024 model, so I know once again they brought out the new 990 and the 990R. So I decided to get the standard 890 because again it had been in the showroom for the best part of a year, and at the time I think this was what was 8495, and that included the tech pack, which I think at the time was about £650. So all of that came at 8,500, and then for the R model, the brand new R model at the time, pound under £11, so 10,999. So basically, including the tech pack, £2,500 cheaper. To me, it just seemed like a no-brainer. Again, I wanted a very, very comfortable bike for commuting to work. It was going to be basically a 76-mile round trip, so I needed a bike that was very, very comfortable, but of course, absolute fun. So I looked at various bikes when I was looking at this one, all different, like the MT09, the KTM or Husqvarna, the SMCR 690. That looked really good fun. Even the 790. I went to KTM open day and I rode the 790, which I have to admit was the perfect bike. The only thing I found is even on that day I was pretty much getting to the top of the revs in each gear, whereas this one, anyway, absolute hoot of a bike. Anyway, so that's that. Again, weight, I think standard, I think there's something like 184, 185 kilos, fully fueled. I've done a few things to it, lithium battery, exhaust. I've got rid of the horrible little catalytic converter in the middle there, which is awful to look at and extremely heavy. And again, I've done a video on this one as well, but I've done a load of bits to it, reduced the weight, and I would say it's probably just under 180 kilos fully fueled, which again is really light. So once again, when you're moving it about in the gouge, it feels light, and when you're out on the road, once again, really light and nimble, really light. So anyway, cracking bike. The only thing I did have, which was a problem on it, was the rear shock. After about 6,000 miles, the rear shock completely went. So anyway, so I invested in a Nitron R1? Anyway, it's the Nitron, I think R1, where it's got a little bit of dampening and so forth. But I got that specifically for my weight. So at the moment, that's perfect, absolutely perfect. So anyway, so fun factor, it's absolutely got that. I can assure you of that. Absolutely got the fun factor. Weight is really good, and again, didn't cost me a lot of money. You know, way below £10,000. I mean, they've updated the screens considerably since this, but there you go, ready to race. There you go. So that's it, little screen there. Now this one, it does come up as needing a service. It doesn't really, because it's hardly done any miles, but it's just gone beyond a year, but it will probably come up as needing a service, but it does sound good. Let's start it up. So it comes, well, with or without the baffle, but I put the baffle back in. It's just a bit loud. I'll probably end up taking the baffle out again, to be fair, because if I go to some sort of bike meet, it does sound amazing without that baffle, I have to say. That's one of the things about the engine on these bikes, being the twin, it does sound incredible. Look at that. and it really is. That's my two KTMs. I mean, I think I love them. I think they're great. You know, I love KTM as a brand. I think they look good. You know, very well priced bikes, I think, generally. Really good fun. I mean, you can't fault them on fun, no matter what bike it is. And the weight, and they always keep the weight down. They always seem to be in every category that they're in. They always, as far as I can tell, they always tend to be the lightest bikes in the category for what they are and for what you get. But anyway, I could be wrong there, but that's just how it seems to come across. But anyway, 390 Adventure, love it. 890 Duke, again, fantastic bikes. Anyway, so there you go. That's the KTMs. See you later. Cheers.